In this holiday season, I'm thankful for Honey Love because Honey Love has revolutionized the bra and shapewear game. You guys, it used to be that my in the house bra and my out of the house bra were two separate things. But now with Honey Love, their bras are so comfortable that the bra I use to lounge around the house in or sleep in is the same one I'll wear to a party. It's incredible. And this is because Honey Love's bras feature the supportive bonding that eliminates the need for underwire without sacrificing lift. I like the V-neck bra. It has the molded cups that are designed to lift everything up, but it's not like a shelf where you get that uniboob. You got to try it. Their shapewear uses targeted compression, so you no longer have to feel like you're suffocating. You don't have to stress when you need to wear shapewear now to a holiday party where you're like, oh, I'm going to be so uncomfortable, because it's not. It's comfortable. So gift yourself the gift of comfort. Plus, now until December 4th, Honey Love is giving you 60% off site-wide. That's right. From now until December 4th only, Honey Love is giving up to 60% off site-wide. It's their biggest sale of the year. So treat yourself to the best bras and shapewear on the market and save up to 60% site-wide at honeylove.com/pinkshade until December 4th only. Inventory is limited and the sale ends soon. So don't miss their best deals of the year. And after you purchase, they'll say, hey, where'd you hear about Honey Love? Please tell them that Pink Shade sent you. You got to support your boobs and you got to support the show and say, Pink Shade sent me. Elevate your comfort, elevate your style. Thanks to Honey Love. Visit honeylove.com/pinkshade to shop the sale and let them know we sent you. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Shade. It's a Mugshot Monday. I'm here with Keisha, and we're going to talk about Life After Lockup, season 5 something, episode 48.
Yay.
Hey, girl.
Hey. How are you?
I'm great. And before we start, I have been instructed by Ingrid to...
Oh, boy. This is important.
It's important. Ingrid says, I've got to talk about the moment that I'm having on Thursday, December 12th. So Moment is like a live show. And I did it last year with Kimberly and Katie, and we're doing it again this year. We're going to be discussing the case of the Christmas diamond because we had to do a mystery. Okay. I don't think anybody gets murdered, but that would make it better.
Darn.
No murder. The case of the Christmas diamond on Peacock, and the Moment will be Thursday, December 12th, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tickets are live now. There'll be special guest appearances. We're going to do a gift exchange. We're going to do a recap of the movie. You can buy your ticket now and watch it live, or you can buy the ticket and then watch it up to 4 days after. And then I think you can even buy it after the event when you hear how funny it was. And yeah, so that's that, everybody. Okay. I did it. Now Ingrid can't get mad at me. I talked about it.
Don't want to be in trouble with Ingrid.
No, we don't.
Yep.
Ingrid went and saw Conclave, the movie I told you to go see.
Well, I went to go see Wicked.
I was going to ask you, was it great?
Oh, yes, it was.
Loved it?
It was. Yeah, I cried at the end. It was just so much. You know, we had to go in a theme.
Yes.
Yes, I had Bad Witch on. My friend, he dressed with a pink shirt on and green pants. Producer James just took our picture. It was go see it. Definitely a must see. Yes.
And did you know the story of Wicked going in?
Some of it.
Okay.
Some of it. I know more of the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Mostly because Skylar was obsessed with it. Any Wizard of Oz trivia questions, she can answer them and has been able to answer them since she was like 7.
Okay. Well, I was terrified of the Wizard of Oz when I was young. I was terrified. I was scared.
That's what my mom said. She said the monkey scared her to death.
Me too. Monkey scared me, and the Wicked Witch scared me. I was really scared of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't remember ever being scared of it. But then again, I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like 7. So
yeah, no. No. So all right, yeah, I definitely want to see it. I've seen Wicked the musical. I've seen that here in DC. I didn't know the story at all. I thought it was great.
Yes, it's good. You got to go see it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wait for it to die down. I don't want to like stand in line or sit next to a stranger or anything like that.
It was fun opening nights. I mean, every seat was taken up. We got to sit together, the 3 of us. So it was fun. I didn't feel like crowded or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I get nervous, but I am trying to do more going to the movie. You've encouraged me, and John Hill has
The
encouraged me.
best.
He goes all the time too. Yeah.
We did. We're going Thanksgiving night to go see Gladiator 2.
Okay. Well, again, I recommend Conclave.
We shall put that up for discussion.
Okay. It's going to get a bunch of Oscars and stuff. So you want to, I know that's not always your qualifying factor.
You know, I will watch like a movie like Norbit 500 times and greatest cinema. Like it's just wonderful and funny. And I will quote a 1-star movie can do it for me just as well as a 4-star movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think Conclave got like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like it's really
That's
good.
pretty good. That's good.
Really good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Life After Lockup. Season 5E, episode 48. We have 2 more episodes after this.
Oh, okay. We finally know. Okay.
Yeah, we know.
Right.
Because I went into the screener portal and there's 2 there after this one. So that's the answer.
And I have some piping hot tea, like fresh piping hot tea, like happened an hour ago. Piping hot tea.
Okay, who's it about?
Bianca and Daniel.
Okay, they're second. They're second in our lineup.
All right.
So let's start with Justine and Michael because not much happens.
No.
It's 5 weeks until her due date. And her 1-year-old Maddie's daughter is getting closer. They still have not told Sherry, Justine's mom. So now it's time because Sherry's going to come in town for the party. Now we don't know if Manhattan Barbie's party is on the day of her birthday or if they're having it a week before, but we assume it's going to be on her first birthday.
I'm assuming that would only make sense. Otherwise, why would you have it that close and you're having a new baby the very next day?
Yeah. So they now know it's time to tell her. So they call her and she says, yeah, so you're coming to town for the party and stuff. And yeah, the party's going to be great, but it's going to be rough for me because the very next day, I got to have my ducks in a row because I'm going in the hospital to have another baby.
Mary Pay, where was the record scratch? Right there.
Well, we already knew it. So it's not record scratch to us.
Oh, I guess. Okay. But I love a good record scratch.
Listen,
I live for those moments.
If you have a record scratch suggestion before we start, tell me.
That would probably help a lot.
Because I can pull it up and it takes a second.
I live for those moments. I just love it.
Okay. Record scratch. So there we go. And her mom goes, don't bullshit me, Justine. What are you talking about? Yeah. You better be lying. Don't be bullshitting me. Yeah. And she's like, nope, and we decided to do it this way. And like, this was our choice. Like we have free choice, right?
This is so,
that's your argument.
They're admitting, yeah. So y'all finally have admitted that this was not an accident. You planned this?
Planned it.
But then they want to act like they're so in shock that it's high risk and this, and that. And like, huh?
Huh is right.
Poor Sherry.
So Sherry's like, you didn't even give your body time to heal. Are you serious? Like, when are you having this baby? What? And she goes, yeah, I'm going in to have the baby the day after Maddie's birthday party. And mom says, what are you thinking? 9 kids. People don't have 9 kids. And Justine goes, oh, are you going around and take a census of people? Sherry's like, I don't have to. Just look around the world. People don't have 9 children.
Right. Like that didn't land the way that Justine thought it was going to. She thought that was going to be like her big moment. No. And it wasn't. It just made her look dumber. It really did.
And so she's like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? And Michael says, listen, it's a decision that we made together. And I just left it up to God. And you know how I feel about God. And Sherry's like, don't bring God into this. Like, what? No.
Hey, where was God when you were selling fentanyl? I don't think God would have approved of that. I think God would have been like, tap, tap, tap. Michael, that's not very godly of you. Like, come on.
Great point.
And you know how I always think shit is real and you tell me it's fake? Well, I call bullshit on this one because what were they going to do with all of the children when she went in to have this C-section if Mike's mom wasn't there?
Right. Well, I think it just sort of fell into their lap that way that the house burned down or whatever. Seriously.
Justine was out there like with her matches setting the house on fire. I need the help.
Yeah, and I think also maybe they were like, well, both moms will be in town, so they'll watch the kid. I don't know I don't think they've thought it that far. No.
I don't think they think that much.
Mm. We're going to move on to Bianca and Daniel, and I can't wait. So tell me what it is. I got my record scratch ready in case you tell me something. I'm ready now.
So, like an hour ago, Bianca got onto Instagram.
This will be on Sunday, guys, because we're recording on Sunday.
Yes.
Okay.
To post about Daniel cheating with screenshots. Not with just one girl. Yeah.
Okay, you like that? That was good. Okay.
Yes, like that was perfect timing. Yeah. So he's talking to this girl. This girl's like, the cabin's so pretty this time of the year. We can go there. He's like, I gotta go. Daddy has to work. XOXOXOXO. So Bianca like puts a little caption. She goes, it's so many, I'll keep going. Then there's another one. She goes, oh, and he met up and fucked this chick. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. This is a totally another girl. And there's a picture of him and the girl, and he's shirtless. Then there's another one, potentially an escort that he's talking with. He was like, yeah, come over. My girlfriend is here too. She wants you to come. Nah, you show up and I'll pay you. Bianca's like, I don't know what he's even talking about with this one because I wasn't even there. Prostitute, ? So,
but maybe when he said girlfriend, he meant one of these other girls.
He met another girl.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now, I don't condone cheating.
No, nobody does.
No.
Just leave it there. Don't just okay. Just stop.
I'm just gonna leave it. I don't condone cheating.
Okay.
But I'm not that too mad at Daniel considering what he was dealing with. But naughty boy of you should have just left.
That's right. But perhaps they're already filming another season and he felt like he couldn't because he's going to get that sweet, sweet Matt Sharp money.
And we know they are filming because she took a picture, with what do you call the little
oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, saying that they're wrapping up filming. So we know we have another season of them. Mm-hmm.
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 Okay,
and one of the girls is pretty cute. I'll say that.
I hope they cover this.
The girl is pretty cute and her hair looks very clean.
I do think on this episode, I did get the sense that Bianca had washed her hair. Now, she hadn't trimmed it on the end, the 7 inches that needs to be trimmed, but it did look like she had washed it.
I'm so sick of her throwing back like she's trying to throw back hair, but it's literally just like a string or two that goes back. And whenever she was flat ironing her hair in the restroom, I don't even think the flat iron was on.
It doesn't need to be flat ironed because it's already
flat enough.
Yeah. When you don't wash it, it's flat. It's gift giving season, and you know who's on the nice list? It's Quince. It's great when you can give somebody a gift they wouldn't necessarily get for themselves. Right now in my Quince cart, I have a couple of candles that I'm going to be taking for people for hostess gifts when you go to their house for a little party. Don't tell Ingrid because I'm getting her one. The Quince is quality gifts at an affordable price. It's always my go-to. As you know, I'm obsessed with Quince. Right now, I also have some really nice socks in my cart, and I also have a couple of cashmere throws that I'm going to be giving my sisters-in-law for Christmas. You guys, they have the best gifts. Everybody needs in their closet one of their Quince Mongolian cashmere sweaters. I've got a black cardigan. Just throw it on with everything. It's really the best. And the best thing about Quince is the prices. Their cashmere sweaters start at $50. You guys. How do they do this? They partner directly with top factories that cut out the cost of the middleman, which passes the savings on to you. And don't sleep on their suitcases, you guys. I just got an amazing Quince suitcase. So like I said, Quince is on the nice list because they only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. And they use premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel for every piece. So gift luxury this holiday season without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/pinkshade for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/pinkshade to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/pinkshade. And when they ask you, where did you hear about Quince? Make sure to say we sent you. This year, I'm thankful for trashy reality TV, my sweet dogs, my family, and discovering Lumi whole body deodorant. Why? Because Lumi is a deodorant like no other. It was created by an OBGYN who discovered BO isn't just an underarm thing, it's an all over thing. So she developed a pH optimized deodorant that's clinically proven to block odor everywhere, not just your pits, but your privates, your feet, your underboob, wherever you've got it, beyond everywhere. And the best part is no matter where you use it, Lumi is proven to keep working for up to 72 hours. If 3 days of odor control isn't something to be thankful for, I don't know what is. And after many requests, they formulated a new product to keep you smelling fresh and help you stay drier. Lumi Whole Body Deodorant Plus Sweat Control, the same 72-hour odor control now with 72-hour sweat control. You guys, come on. You can experience the same outrageously effective 72-hour odor control while keeping sweat under control too. Lumi is baking soda free and paraben free and pH balanced for safe use below the belt, if you know what I'm saying. Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes. Deodorant wipes are great, y'all, and free shipping. And as a special offer for listeners, new customers get 15% off all Lumi products with our exclusive code. And if you combine the 15% off with the already discounted starter pack, that equals over 40% off their starter pack, y'all. So use code PINKSHADE for 15% off your first purchase at LumiDeodorant.com. Okay, that's code PINKSHADE for 15% off your first purchase at LumiDeodorant.com. Use code PINKSHADE at LumiDeodorant.com, and please support our show and tell them we sent you. Um, okay, wow. Okay, that was breaking news from Keisha.
Yeah.
So we're at the place where we left them with Gator and Celeste, which, by the way, lots of people told me Celeste was super common. It's just a Spanish way to say Celeste. I said Keisha knew, I didn't. So sorry.
Because I'm here in Texas. So
well, that's right. So she is getting mad and walking away, and that's when she's doing, I don't want to talk anymore. I just don't. Like, I don't want to talk. So they sent Celeste out there. It's like, hi, can I get in the car with you? And she goes, yeah, watch out for all the water bottles. It's like, was it Daniel just in the car? Okay. So she says, I'm just upset. Like, I don't want to talk. And Celeste says, isn't that also kind of like how he gets? Like, he gets upset and he doesn't want to talk. And she goes, yes, I'm just like upset about this engagement thing. Like, it just keeps going on and on. I don't even want to talk about it. So Celeste comes in and tells him, like, man, like, I just met her. Like, you please go out there. I don't know this 23-year-old girl. Go out there.
This is weird.
Now, Gator says, talking about Gator in third person.
I loved it. Yes, I loved it. I love it when a person refers to himself in third person. It tickles me. I don't know why. It just does.
And I don't know if because his name is Connor and he's trying to say Gator, his addict personality would have done this. I don't know. But he says, listen, Gator used to gamble a lot. Gator even went to Gamblers Anonymous. But even Gator wouldn't bet on this relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
we wouldn't either, Gator.
Gator? So in the talking head, he says, Daniel says, it's apparent she's 23.
Yes.
And I have no idea if I want to give her this ring or not. Like, if she's going to act this way and embarrass me in public in front of my friends, like, I was like, oh, you've got a lifetime of this ahead of you, buddy.
Wait till she sees the ring and finds out it's from Plato's Closet.
It was like $15.
Yeah. She's really going to spaz the fuck out.
Oh my God. It's no Melissa ring. Ooh, and that's something we have to talk about when I get there too. I'll have to pull that up.
Okay.
My mind is going too much today. So Daniel gets in the Uber and he gets back to the apartment and he's like, baby, are you here, baby? And she goes, we can sit and talk if you want. We can just sit in the bed. And she goes, I'm just over it. Like, I feel like you're like making a joke out of me. You're like making a joke out of the proposal thing. And I just don't like it. And I got to say on that front, I feel that because I do feel like he definitely was like ganging up on her with his friends. And I did feel like he was kind of like, can you believe this dumb bitch thinks, And I think she was like, I think you were making a joke out of it, which he was. And, and he goes,
And
you need to be patient is what he says.
And I just don't feel like I want to get in the bed and talk with someone who has left me for the 15th time without a ride, and I had
Yeah.
to Uber home. Like,
Mhm.
I don't like that these women keep leaving these carless men. They just tell them to get out or they just leave. I don't get it.
Now, we do know that there's a production vehicle following them, so they know they're not
Right.
really out, but still, that is just so rude. It is
It
so
is
rude.
very rude. Yeah.
So in the talking head together, they're in a talking head together. And she goes, a lot of my family and friends cut me off because of my relationship with you. And, I feel like I look crazy for coming out here. And he goes, it would be more crazy if we got married right away. That would be crazy. I was
We
like,
have to agree with you, man.
Daniel is pretty smart, actually.
He's way smarter than her because she's 23. Like,
He
that frontal lobe still has a few years to go before it closes.
he has a good head on his shoulders. And I'm saying this about like a full on like meth addict,
And a cheater.
and a cheater and in
And a
prison
cheater.
for aggravated DUI. And
Yeah.
he's got
There's
some
something
smarts.
likable about him, though. And
He
he's
is.
cute.
He's cute.
He's cute.
So the next day, I think, I don't know, Daniel's getting out of the shower. So we know the shower works because Daniel's always going in the shower.
She just skips every 2 days.
And she says, okay, I'm just going to get dressed. I'm just going to go pick up Haley. And so she's in her car. She's in a very weird top. The top it was like a strapless, sleeveless bandeau top, but it was like a silky material, but like with jeans.
Yeah.
I didn't understand
She's
it.
not a fashionista at all.
She's not. You're right. So she gets in the car with Haley, and she tells us as she's driving up, she goes, I'm so excited to see Haley because I've been like sad and depressed and lonely. So I'm happy Haley's gonna be here. The minute Haley
you blew it when you had a chance to make new friends. You went crazy at the table and you left. So,
Celeste was willing to give you a shot.
Yes, you blew it. You blew it.
So when Haley gets there, Bianca just starts crying. She's like, I just really missed having a friend here. So let's go out for drinks.
Wait a minute. Did she cry her tears in Haley's armpit? Because did you not see?
No, I did not notice.
The sweat stain? Holy shit balls.
Was it Haley's shirt?
Yes.
Listen, Haley was coming from Florida, which is a wet heat. She's coming into Arizona into the dry heat. She knows about heat. She wasn't properly dressed. She should have been
short sleeves.
She should have been on a strapless thing like Bianca. They talked about how hot it was.
I live in the heat too. But I'd be damned if I'm going to get on camera doing this and I've got sweat spots.
You guys, Keisha just lifted her arms up and down like a bird. Oh, that was funny. So they go out for drinks, and Haley says she thinks Daniel is just riding this wave. I think he talked a big game, but he's not committing, and I think he's just happy to have somebody that'll, pay for his shit. Mm-hmm. And this is when Haley says something to her like, do you feel good like signing another lease on the apartment? Like, what was her lease, like 3 months? Like the shortest lease
I
ever?
It was for like 6 months or something.
She was like, you're about to have to sign another lease. And how do you feel about signing another lease with a guy who's not committing to you? And Bianca's like, not great. Like, it doesn't feel great.
You're going to do it, though.
But Daniel's got a job and you don't. So actually, he shouldn't feel great.
Yep.
So now we see Daniel call his mom. Did you notice earlier he was in the bed with the iPad and then he sits down at this desktop Mac? Everything's pink.
I noticed that.
Everything is pink.
That's what happens when you date a 23-year-old girl. It's all going to be pink.
She's like, my iPad came out with a brand new Hello Kitty pattern. And so we're going to have to get that one.
That's Skylar's room.
Listen, that's the age.
Yeah.
So, Daniel calls his mom on the pink computer and he says, she's like, how's it going? Everything's still like you're so in love there or what's going on?
Is she drinking? Are you drinking?
Where is she at? Is she out with her friends? Is she drinking? He goes, Mom,
is she drinking a cranberry vodka? Because that's her drink, right? That is her drink right there.
That's her drink.
Yeah.
She needs to throw a little soda water in something. That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, it is.
So he's like, yeah, I guess, she's really pressuring me about this engagement thing, but I don't think we're financially, mentally in a place to get married. So I don't know why she's pressuring me about this. And Mom goes, why don't you just give her that shitty $15 Play-Doh's ring closet ring
Shut her up.
as a promise ring and just tell her this is a promise that one day you will get engaged. How will that buy you some time, basically?
And
And
she'd fall for it. She'd fall for a promise ring. She's
I
so
don't
desperate for a
know.
ring.
Yeah, and then she's like, "It's a promise ring." So, he goes, "Yeah, maybe if I just give her like a token that I'm going to
Mhm.
commit one day, then that will be enough.
Yeah.
We'll see."
That didn't age well, according to her
According,
Instagram today.
yeah,
Mhm.
everybody go check out her Instagram. What's her Instagram name? Do
It
you
is
remember?
Bianca Catherine, and it's Catherine with a Y.
Where's the Y in Catherine? Is
Catherine.
it like Kathryn?
Well, now you're making me look it up because you made me feel like I might be wrong for a second there, but it is, yeah, Kathrynn.
Okay, Bianca
So
Catherine.
Bianca Catherine. Uh-huh.
Okay, so on the TikTok, she's like Bianca with like 3 C's and 3 X's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca, first rule of social media, try to keep it the same. Okay.
Yes.
So let's go on to Zaria and Troy. And they didn't do Zaria any favors this week with the angles of those GoPros in the car, man.
They didn't.
It was
No.
like right up the face. She had those bug
Mm,
glasses on and
yeah, it was
wasn't
bad.
wasn't a good
It
week for
wasn't good. It
Zaria.
wasn't. No. And her attitude didn't help either.
No, no.
This was bad.
It was bad. So we open up with today is Family Community Day. I don't know if Family Community Day started at 5 p.m., but they did more before Family Community Day. I was like, is Family Community Day really Family Community Night? Like, when does it
Yeah.
start? When does it start? It seems like it would be like a noon to 4 kind of a thing.
I mean, it's Troy and Zaria. I don't think they wake up in time to have like a noon event
Where's Azael? Who's driving him to Family Community Day?
with his parents, aka his grandparents. He don't live with her.
So we open up with Zaria's car's getting a boot on it. And she's like,
Mhm.
I don't know why everything always happens to me. Everything always happens to me. Girl, you owed $550 in parking tickets? How did that
Yeah,
happen to you?
like you knew about it because they usually send you notifications that you got to pay this, you got to pay this, got to pay this by a certain time. Here, you can make a payment. Yeah,
She said, thankfully, our finance person. Now, come on now.
girl,
Come on now.
no,
She
this is
says,
bad.
thankfully, our finance person told us to leave a couple of thousand in the account for emergency purposes. Did you need a financial person to tell you that?
Um, and I have a feeling like this will be, what is it, the word, the misappropriation of funds
Yeah,
to
that's
get
yeah.
the to get the boot off your fucking car. I think that's a personal thing. It has nothing to do unless she has her car under, a company vehicle, which I don't think she does.
I mean, money just comes to her, so maybe she figured that shit out early. I don't know.
It
I
comes to
don't
you
know.
good when you're kind of stealing it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So today is Community Day. We've heard this 1,000 times.
Mhm,
It's Community Day. They need
mhm.
50 kids to sign up for this program, or they could lose
Right.
their business altogether. 50.
Yes. Mhm.
50 kids to sign up. Now, do these kids actually have to attend any programs, or can they just get 50 children to sign up?
I
With
don't know why they just didn't like hook up with the school district with this.
because the school district looked it up and was like, this is not a real thing. We don't
Right.
want to be associated.
We heard you use the kids' lunch money to get that boot off your car.
Which, by the way, I've never gotten a boot on my car, but it is pretty interesting how they did it. That they gave them because
A
now it's all
code.
a code to make it unlock. And then what do you do with it?
I'd
Just
never
throw it on the
seen
side
that.
of the street?
That's what I was wondering too. I'm like,
Yeah,
do you drop it off? Do you leave it here? That was weird. I've never even seen that before.
yeah, that was technology, Keisha. So now they're in the car, and Troy is smoking what to me looks like a really big joint.
It's the size of a blunt.
Yeah, so I don't smoke pot. I mean, I had my dalliances in college or whatever. Never rolled a
Mhm,
joint or anything, but
mhm.
to me, it looked huge.
That was not an average joint.
It
That
was
was something else. That was a joint on steroid shots.
it was a
It was
big.
big. Yeah.
So he's smoking a giant joint, and he's like, "Yeah, no, Yana's not going to come. Just my mom is going to bring baby Troy." And she's like, "Oh God, well, I don't have to deal with Yana, but I still got to deal with Karen." So they're
Oh,
starting to drive somewhere
mhm.
else because they get out and they get back in. Again, when does
Right.
this community day start? And she's yelling, pull over, get out, get out, get out. She's yelling at him
Mm-mm.
because I think he was putting the directions of where they were going to pick something up in his phone.
Well, I mean, she could have just told him where to go.
And
That
she was
still works.
she was
Like, you could still
yelling
talk to a person. Yeah.
yelling at him about not driving because he didn't know where they were
Mhm.
going. So she's like, get out. So she's like, this is going to be the worst fucking day of my life. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Today is the day you play. Today is the day you find out. It's supposed to be about our
Mm.
anniversary. And what are you doing over there? You're texting. Go ahead, just text some more. You don't even care about community day and you sure don't care about our anniversary. And
It was more about the anniversary.
he's like, what? Huh? He's like, I'm high as shit over here. What?
Like, here's my thing. You're going to community day, and if you're smoking weed in a car, I don't care how much you spray, you're still gonna have a hint of weed
You're
on
going to
you.
stink so bad at community day.
Yeah.
So, in the talking head, they're together, and he
Mhm.
says Zaria goes from 1 to 1,000. It's her anxiety; it amps up, and she feels like the world is about to end, and she takes it out on everybody around her. And she's just like, "Mhm."
That's what we call an asshole.
It was bad. It was
It
bad.
was it was borderline evil. Just
It gets worse. It gets
yeah.
worse. So now they've stopped at a store and they get back in the car and he gets in and she just all of a sudden is like, get out of the car. Don't ride with me. Get out. I'm done. I don't want you in my car. Get out. He was like, huh? Huh?
Yeah. Mhm.
So he's talking to production who's like following him in the car.
I
It's
know.
like, just let him in.
Him and his purse are walking down the street.
He's always got a purse. Because he's got to have a place to put his giant joints. Um,
Yeah.
And he says, I just want to go get my daughter. Like, she kicked me out of the car. Can y'all just give me a ride? Like, don't make me
Yeah.
be walking out here. And in the talking head, he's alone. And he says, I'm learning that in high stress situations, I cannot deal with her. I cannot deal with her. And she didn't even like know what I was doing. I was working on a poster about our
Right.
anniversary to tell her how much I love her. And he just tells us,
Yeah.
what are you saying and everything. I was like, how are you making a poster on your phone? Did he mean like a Instagram
A post.
post?
Post. Yeah.
I thought he said
Making a post.
poster. I was like, huh?
Mm-mm.
Um, so now he's 1 hour late to pick up his mom and baby Troy at
No.
the train station. Now you got the 7 year
Mm-mm.
old sitting at the train station with crazy ass Karen.
Karen probably gave her half an edible just to calm her nerves down. We'll
She's
be all
so
right.
baby Troy is so cute with her big bow in her
Yes.
hair. So
But
cute.
even she was a little bit pissed off. She's like, he should have been here by now.
Yeah, she is. So Karen calls him, saying, I'm gonna call you dad. Now, where are you? She calls. And he's like, I'm hiding in the church bathroom. Mom, help me.
That's exactly how it went. Like,
So he's
poor
gotten
thing.
somehow back to the church after she kicked him out of the car. He
Mhm.
says, Zaria kicked me out of the car and she's so mad, Mom, and she's really going nuts. So when you get here, Mom, you got to help me. You got to help me calm her down. I was like, you need to be talking to Zaria's parents, not your mom.
Well, then Karen's got to also get there,
Right.
which y'all still have her waiting.
Why hasn't production just gone to pick her up? So Karen says to the production crew that is filming her that could give her a ride.
Yeah.
Karen says, that's Zaria. She's been trouble since day one. He's going through a lot. And then she pulls
Yeah.
this shit. She's a psychopathic ass bitch. And that breaks my heart.
She
Now-
really felt for her son in this moment. You could tell she really was hurting for Troy
Yeah, because he's hiding in a bathroom, hiding from his wife.
and begging for help from his mom, who's
Help me,
stranded at a
Mommy.
bus station.
Yeah. Now, I don't like that she said all that in front of baby Troy, but
I agree, but let's not lose the message by the way it was delivered. Yeah. She was wrong for saying it, but she was telling the truth because Zaria is, I don't know.
something ain't right. And I know she's come on since and said that she was diagnosed with like bipolar or something after the season wrapped.
Yes.
But maybe in the next 2 episodes, we're going to get to that. She's going to tell us about that. Maybe we're going to go on her mental health journey with her.
Well,
in a positive way.
We've seen some of her lives and
it's not good.
Nothing much has changed. And he's fucking crazy in the lives too. Like they are weird.
Oh, what's he doing in the lives?
Oh, he's high as fuck and they're talking shit, telling people to send them money. And it's really They are maybe perfectly. You know how he seems so sensible, like in the
Yeah.
show.
Mhm.
Total opposite on the
Mm.
live and on social media.
I
It's
think now that
cringe.
I think now that we've seen him more, I
Mm.
think he's just baked all the time. Just
I would
really
be
high.
too.
So I'm not saying
I
I
mean,
blame him. I'm just saying that's why he
yeah,
seems so even keeled to her
yeah, yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot.
So he calls Karen and goes like, I'm on my way now. And he's on foot again. And he says, I'm on my way now. And mom says, no, we're on the next train. We're going to leave at 7.
Yeah,
Again, I say, what time is community day? They're on the next
late.
train at 7. So now is it 5 o'clock?
I
Community day
mean,
has not started. What's happening?
at this point, the community is at home making dinner and preparing for the next day, the next day of work or something like that. But it's something that Troy and Zaria planned.
I don't understand. I don't know if next week we're going to see it. I haven't jumped ahead. I don't know. This episode is brought to you by iRestore, the clinically proven advanced hair growth system designed for women who want to say goodbye to thinning hair and hello to volume. Look, we know the struggle, okay? Your brush is starting to look like a stuffed animal, and your shower walls have enough hair on them to build your own wig and take yourself to wig court. So if you're tired of dealing with thinning hair or hair loss, listen up. The iRestore Elite is the most powerful device on the market, packed with 500 lasers and LEDs to provide maximum scalp coverage to help you grow thicker, longer, healthier hair. This FDA cleared device, the iRestore Elite, harnesses the power of low level light therapy, which is a clinically proven method to regrow thicker and fuller hair. It is the most non invasive, pain free, and drug free way to bring your hair back to life. With the iRestore Elite, you can sit back, relax, binge watch your favorite show while it works its science backed magic on your scalp. You guys, I've been using it every night while I'm watching my programs, and Ingrid is using it too. And we send each other selfies every night while we're wearing our devices. And I swear it feels good on your head. And they offer a 12-month money back guarantee. So you can try it risk free. And if your hair doesn't make a glorious return, you'll get a full refund, just fabulous hair, or your money back. I mean, what have you got to lose? So are you ready to get medical grade red light treatment at home and regrow your hair? For a limited time only, our listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. That's $625 off your order at irestorelaser.com with promo code PINKSHADE. For a limited time only, listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. And when you check out, support our show. Tell them we sent you. Hair loss is frustrating. You don't have to fight it alone. Thanks to iRestore. In this holiday season, I'm thankful for Honey Love because Honey Love has revolutionized the bra and shapewear game. You guys, it used to be that my in the house bra and my out of the house bra were two separate things. But now with Honey Love, their bras are so comfortable that the bra I use to lounge around the house in or sleep in is the same one I'll wear to a party. It's incredible. And this is because Honey Love's bras feature the supportive bonding that eliminates the need for underwire without sacrificing lift. I like the V-neck bra. It has the molded cups that are designed to lift everything up, but it's not like a shelf where you get that uniboob. You got to try it. Their shapewear uses targeted compression, so you no longer have to feel like you're suffocating. You don't have to stress when you need to wear shapewear now to a holiday party where you're like, oh, I'm going to be so uncomfortable, because it's not. It's comfortable. So gift yourself the gift of comfort. Plus, now until December 4th, Honey Love is giving you 60% off site wide. That's right. From now until December 4th only, Honey Love is giving up to 60% off site wide. It's their biggest sale of the year. So treat yourself to the best bras and shapewear on the market and save up to 60% site wide at honeylove.com/pinkshade until December 4th only. Inventory is limited and the sale ends soon. So don't miss their best deals of the year. And after you purchase, they'll say, hey, where'd you hear about Honey Love? Please tell them that Pink Shade sent you. You got to support your boobs and you got to support the show and say, Pink Shade sent me. Elevate your comfort, elevate your style. Thanks to Honey Love. Visit honeylove.com/pink shade to shop the sale and let them know we sent you. Okay, so, all right, I'm just writing this time. Okay, so Brittany and Key Rock.
Mhm.
Now, Brittany got a lot of hate this week
Yeah,
online,
she
and
deserved it.
she deserved it. And
Mhm.
Generally, I like these two a lot, but we didn't
Me
know
too.
this thing about her kind of refusing to work.
Yes, I was and she like made a post going off on people about them going off on her.
But we have seen her working at that clothing store in Richmond, and that's been pretty recently. So,
And that's what she says. She goes, "You guys are talking about my job. My job is great. I help women feel beautiful every day." No, bitch, we're referring to the episode that we just saw where you
right.
were refusing to work, period, point blank.
Yes, totally. So they're going to Houston. They're in the car. They're going. She got a 30-day travel pass,
Mhm.
and she's like, "I love this. It's just like New York. I love Houston." I said,
I love
"Wow!"
seeing all of this. I love
Yeah.
seeing the Be Someone graffiti. Like that's a big staple here in Houston. They show downtown and they show whatever hoodish area they were in where their apartment is in.
Well, I was going to ask you about if you knew where, because this is all I love to talk about when
Mhm.
people are in my town. Did
Yeah.
you
Uh-huh.
recognize this area at all where they were?
So here's the thing about downtown Houston and some of the ritzy areas. Like, here's a beautiful mansion, and literally you can go 2 blocks over, and it's like a hood ass apartment complex.
Well, that's
So
how it is.
I think
That's how it is in New York too. Yeah.
so that's exactly what we saw. But yeah, when they were on 45, I'm like, hey, there's like Be Someone is huge here in Houston. Like
Yeah.
there's Be Someone merch, like they change your graffiti all the time. And you saw like all the skyscrapers, like they were like in the heart of downtown Houston. I was so excited. I'm like, is
But
this how near
do people live downtown?
If you have a lot of money, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not cheap to live downtown.
Okay. Yeah, I'm always interested because like where I'm from in Mississippi, like people don't really ever like live downtown. Like you go downtown to work and then you come back out to the
That too.
suburbs.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
like little areas right outside of downtown Houston, which you still say is downtown Houston. Like you've got the areas like the Heights and River Oaks and things like that. So, but that is most definitely not where they're living.
Okay. All right. Well, I wondered if they were actually in Houston or if they were like in a suburb.
No, I think they were in Houston.
I think the more we see, the more you'll be able to eyeball it.
Yeah.
And so it's so great because Brittany's cousin got this job for Key Rock and HVAC. It's so wonderful. Like what great kismet that the cousin actually worked in HVAC, and that's what Key Rock has his training in. So they're excited about the apartment, and she reminds us, I'm very excited about the apartment. I can only stay for 30 days, and if I do anything to break this, I will have to do my leftover time, which is 17 years.
I don't even
Ooh.
know if I would risk going to Houston for 30 days. I'm like, I could stay exactly 15 days and then I need to take my ass back. I would be a nervous wreck.
I would sit my ass at home and work until I could get that money paid, and
Yeah.
then be off.
But you got to work.
You have to have a job.
Uh-huh.
So she starts decorating the place right away. Over here, it's going to have the couch, and we're going to have a little waterfall and some plants and a bar cart. And she's like, I've already
Yeah.
figured this all out in my mind, how I'm going to decorate it. And I've already ordered some things. And Kira goes, yeah, all this is like coming out of my pocket. All right.
Yeah.
And she goes, listen, you should be happy. We're free. And this is your first real place. You should be so happy that I want to make it. She's really trying to be like, I'm the happy homemaker, stay at home wife, stay at home mom.
Yes.
This is how I'm going to cook the meals for you and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But later on, she kind of turns that around and says he actually should be helping. Yeah.
Brittany the Brat was introduced this episode.
It wasn't good. So Tammy, Key Rock's mom, remember they're already in Houston, and her boyfriend Ocean. Now I've never heard the name Ocean except for Lala Kent's daughter until this guy.
So there's a little boy in Mila's classroom. His name is Ocean. And then there's also a stripper on Jocelyn's Cabaret whose name is Oceans with an S.
Oh, okay. Ocean.
And I think Forrest Whitaker has a son named Ocean.
Well, I'd never heard it. Lala from Vanderpump named her daughter Ocean. I'd never heard it.
I think it's a cute little name. It's different. It's cute.
Just like everything, you get used to it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's most definitely different. But I didn't know that was his name.
I didn't remember that was his name either.
We've seen him multiple times before, and I don't remember that being his name.
I don't either, but that's his name. And so Tammy is going like, well, I'm so glad y'all didn't go through with that elopement thing. You need to do it right. You need to actually have a wedding. And then she says to Key Rock, and they're talking heads, she goes, you need to do it elegant and tropical. And Key Rock goes, I like the sound of that word, tropical. I was like, do you know what that means? Because that means you're going to have a island theme wedding. Like, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brittany is telling Tammy all about how she's going to decorate small waterfall, big waterfall, waterfall, waterfall.
Yes,
What are
this
we
is a lot of
doing? A
waterfalls.
lot of waterfalls. It's going to be modern. It's going to be bougie. It's going to be cozy. Blah blah blah. So Ocean and Key Rock are talking, and Ocean's like, "How much have you had to spend on this move?" And Key
Yeah.
Rock says he spent 15,000 on the move. Wow.
No, I thought he meant 1,500.
He said about 15. So I
So I
thought
took
15.
that as 1,500. There's no way he spent $15,000. If that were the case, they could have paid off for restitution.
Right. But I think they spend money on the wrong things.
But
So,
cheap wrong things.
yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was 15,000.
Someone let us know what we think. I thought he meant 1,500.
Okay. Well, I mean, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So Tammy and Ocean are talking to Brittany and Key Rock, and they're like, listen, to be able to afford this apartment and this life and everything, you need two incomes. So what are you doing? And Brittany goes, yeah, I'm going to be going back and forth. For now, I can't stay here. I have to, but if I paid all the restitution, then we wouldn't have a car or a place to live or anything. We'd have to do it a much slower route. If I paid the restitution, then we don't have money to live. And the talking heads together, she says, my restitution is about $10,000. And he goes, I think it's a lot more than $10,000. He obviously knows the number.
So why is she lying?
I think she's just trying to make it sound better. And she goes, no, it's 10,000. And he looks back at the camera like, okay, I guess that's what we're going with. And the producer goes, wait, so why don't you want to just get it paid? And he goes, yeah, why don't you tell the producer why you don't want to just get it paid? And she goes, listen, other people may be different, but I have a certain way I want to live. And sure, I could live like a normal person and buy my clothes from the dollar store, but that's not how I want to live. What are you,
Brittany?
Do they sell clothes at the dollar store? What are we talking about here?
No, but when I look at Brittany, I see Temu. I see like rainbow fashion, things like that. Like, what are you talking? Like, what? She's like talking out of the side of her neck this whole episode.
I was like,
what nothing made sense at all.
So now we remember when they were in Alexandria at the Beeliner Diner, when they sat down and were making their list of expenses. And I think she said it's like $1,000 a month for her hair and her nails. Like something crazy.
Okay, well,
you don't owe somebody $10,000, Keisha.
That is true. That is very, very true. Thank you, Mary Payne. Thank you.
You can do what you want.
A little bit judged.
Yeah.
But it's not, with me, it's not even $1,000. But like, I'm going to get my nails and lashes done and my hair done every month flat. That's part of the monthly budget.
Yeah.
But it's not $1,000 though.
I mean, this is crazy.
I mean, she was saying her nails were $500 and she gets them done like weekly.
She has to get them done all the time because all the shit she puts on them flakes off.
But who the fuck is seeing her? She's not going out doing anything or working.
She walks around in pajamas 2/3 of the time.
Yes.
And so Tammy says, now you're still going to do nails. And she goes, no, I didn't like it. Yeah, I dropped out of school for that. Yeah.
Well, she actually was doing nails because she was like posting Instagram of her doing clients' nails. And she was like, I love it. This is like the best. Now we hear her saying that she don't like it.
And she said that she had already found a place to do nails in Houston because he had the HVAC job and she had already found a place she wanted to work to do nails. So I don't know why now she's saying she dropped out. I don't know if this is bad editing or what.
She did a lot of lying in this episode.
And she goes, anyway, I can't get a job right now anyway, because like, I don't know when he's going to be using the car or whatever. Well, I have to assume she's driving the car back. Like, how the fuck is she's got to get back to Richmond/Alexandria. So
I was assuming she was going to fly. He needs the car. She doesn't work.
He needs a car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tammy in her talking head says, Brittany needs to focus on getting a job. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous and not fair.
Yeah.
So in talking head, Brittany goes, look, I don't want to be a waitress. I've been there, done that. I cooked for people in prison. I'm not going back. I don't need to work right now. I need to be home and take care of Key Rock. And that way we can still be financially okay if I stay at home and Key Rock works. And Key Rock is just looking at the camera like he's a hostage victim.
He did.
He's like
he was doing Morse code with his eyeballs.
Yes, totally.
I was just like, wow.
He looks terrified.
He did. And also sick of her shit. He looked like he was really sick of her shit.
And the talking head together, the production says, do you not think Brittany needs to have a job? And he goes, No, I don't think she needs to work. Is that what I was supposed to say?
She's pinching my thigh. So
Oh,
I
the
think
answer
this
is
is
no.
right.
No, no, she definitely
Right?
doesn't need to work. And I think in a perfect world, she could walk around and look pretty and he could have a job and she doesn't have to, but that's not the situation they're in right now.
No, they're in a fucked up situation right now.
Yeah, and she needs a job.
Yeah.
So Tammy and Ocean are like, listen, we're here as elders to tell you it's
Hmm.
needs versus wants, right?
Right.
And your want are overpowering your needs. And he says, I'm dead ass with you two. I'm not fucking around. Like, I'm dead ass. What's your plan? And
Right.
they're like,
They need a plan.
I don't
Yeah.
know. So now it's the next day or something, and he is saying how hard the move has been and how tired he
Mhm.
is. And he goes, I just want to chill. Like, I want to chill and just lay around today because I got to get ready. I'm actually starting my job tomorrow. And she
Yeah,
goes,
that's understandable.
what have I been doing? Cleaning. He goes, yeah. And by the way, this is what she wants to do. She wants to be this happy homemaker, and
Yes.
he's the man that works. So now she's complaining
Yep.
about it. And she goes, you're just not even helping me at all. Like, you moved this from here to here. And he goes, that's because it's too heavy for your nails, babe. You don't want to break your nails. And she goes, fine. Like, you put a suitcase into a closet, like, whatever. You don't even help me. And he goes, now, this is where I think a little bit they planned it because he was smiling a little bit here. They
Okay.
planned to get into this fight because he goes, well, my work is like hard work. I'm not just sitting around. And she's like, oh my God. Okay, now you're going to throw it in my face. And he goes, no, I'm not throwing it in your face. And the talking head, she goes, look, the truth is, I haven't found a job that pays me what I want to be paid and has my interest. So my cooking and cleaning in the apartment evens out his job.
No, it doesn't. It'd be
No,
different if y'all had kids at home, but
exactly.
that's not the case at all. She's
No.
starting to sound like me.
And remember, they also want to save up for him to have some surgeries and stuff. So
Uh-huh.
it's like
Uh-huh.
she needs to get her priorities straight.
Yeah, I mean, they have because Key Rock is still transitioning. Plus, they've got to do like whatever IVF that they're going to use, a surrogacy. I mean, they've got a lot to
Yeah,
do.
I mean, that's down the road. But I
Yeah,
mean, this is
you got a
ridiculous.
plan. Yeah.
So he says, I don't even know why you're so mad. He's like, you don't even have to go to work tomorrow. And by the way, we're out of toilet paper. She was like, oh, okay, fine. I'll go down the store and get it. I'll go get the toilet paper. And she goes, and by the way, you wouldn't even have a job if it wasn't for me.
I didn't like that.
And he says, I would have a job because I got a job on my credentials and I could have
Right.
easily found a job anywhere else, which is true because he has a skill.
Yeah.
And she's
Unlike her, who's just a beauty school dropout.
total beauty school dropout.
Yeah.
So in the talking head, he goes, every job she ever gets, she complains about. And the
Hmm.
truth is, she doesn't work because she doesn't want to.
There you go. Yep.
Bing, bing, bing. Now she walks out in a huff, and that's the end of her. Now I got to pull up my DMs with Melissa because I posted on Instagram a picture of um, Louis' nipple piercing, and
Okay.
I maybe will never get over it.
Okay.
I sent it to Jake and Matt. They did not clock it.
Okay.
I think I sent it to Amy Archer. She didn't clock it. I was like,
Okay.
you guys, he leaned up in the bed and that nipple is pierced. And I
Both or
almost,
one?
it was, I could listen, I slow moed it 1,000 times. I could just see the
Okay.
one. Okay.
Okay.
So I posted about it and it said, oh my goodness, Louie, and put it like an arrow to it. And I tagged him and I tagged
Oh,
Melissa
okay.
because, you know, I'm a thirst bucket. So I tagged the picture. And then she says, that was actually from high school. I remember
Okay.
that everybody was talking about Louis with the bull tattoo with the piercing. So it's a bull and he's got his
Okay.
nipple pierced where the nose is, like a bull would have it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's a bar, not a
Right.
ring. Okay. And I said, how did they let him keep it in prison? Question mark.
Hmm.
Because you guys, it's just hashtag journalism out here. I'm
Yes.
just doing it for you guys. And he says, no, they didn't let him keep it in prison. He would stick the bristles of a comb in in them. So maybe
Oh.
they are both pierced in them to keep them open. He had to get creative.
Ugh.
Oh.
That's a little bit cringe. Yeah.
I said, I'm dead. I said, that is so funny. It seems like a nipple piercing would really hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
And she wrote back, I can't imagine, LOL.
Well, look at you.
I got the scoop, guys. He kept his nipple piercings open in prison by sticking brush bristles through his nipples.
I'm weird about nipples anyway.
Me too.
I'm
Oh,
really, really weird about nipples. And that just sounded awful, like putting like comb.
I guess I don't know if it's like, ooh, okay.
I don't know.
All right, off that subject. Okay, we're coming with the scoop today, Keisha.
Yes, we are. This is why we get paid the big bucks.
That's right. That's right. Big bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Melissa and Louie. So they wake up and hello, he has a nipple piercing. This is my note. So she says, "This is the best day of my life. I'm engaged to Louie from high school."
Yes.
And, of course, Donna had to find a way to get involved. My sister's going to go pick her up. I'm going to go try on dresses. So she goes to meet with her friend, Fran. And the shop owner's name is Gina. She posted about Gina. So hopefully she got a discount on that dress.
Of course.
And then Donna arrives with her sister, Sherry. So, of course, Donna
what a duo. Fucking Donna and Sherry.
Donna was mad that she was like, why did Sherry come and pick me up? Why didn't Melissa come and pick me up?
I agree with that. Why are you like having your sister who I don't know pick me up?
Yeah. Yeah. So in the talking head, Donna's like, I don't even know why she's looking at gowns. It's way too early. So now Fran and Sherry are talking about how gorgeous the ring is. And I also think this was planted, that the production said, talk about how expensive it was, try to piss Donna off, basically. So Sherry's like, how could he afford a ring like that? Like, my God, how could he afford it? And they're like, I mean, he trains clients. It's like $100. And Donna's like, do you think I'm deaf? I can hear you. It's none of your business how he did it all on his own. He did it all on his own.
And they were rude for having that conversation.
Totally. But that's what the show is. So
especially them, like everything with them is so scripted. Like they can hardly even hide it now.
Yes, because I think
it's
everything
just
is
obvious.
Everything is fine with them. Yeah. So Melissa comes out in this dress. And why do the women on the show always do this? What do you think I'm going to say? When they try on wedding dresses.
The hair, the undergarment.
Yes, they're always in black underwear.
No, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to wear the undergarments that you think you would wear the same day as your wedding day.
We see this all the time. All the time on the show. People are like in a black bra and they just like pull the straps down. You're like, come on now.
Yeah.
So she's in a black thong that you can see through the dress and no one ever learns. And Donna's like, I've had 3 weddings. So I think I do know a thing or two. Now, in this clip, we see pictures of the first 2 weddings.
Yes.
Okay. We see a church wedding and then we see a beach wedding.
Is that what it was? A beach wedding? It looked like a redneck wedding to me.
The third one is even worse. It's in somebody's backyard under like a basketball hoop. And it looked like they just stopped a keg party to get married.
Is that the one where she had on a strap dress?
That's the second one.
That was the second one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So then Donna goes to check out dresses because she wants to have an opinion. And so then Fran and Sherry keep chatting about the ring. How did he get it? Now their relationship is going too fast. You guys, they've been together a year out of prison now. And 2 years before that. They lived together.
They lived together and everything. Yeah.
Why are they saying it's going too fast? That he has been out of prison for 1 year. It's not going too fast.
No.
So in the talking head, Fran and Sherry are about like, we think that ring is fake. It's great. It's great for a fake. I was like, oh, why are you? That's rude.
Such an asshole. And then knowing she's going to see this and they're talking shit about her ring.
Then again, if they planned it, they're getting another season and they're trying to create drama, but I don't like it because I think everybody actually is kind of supportive because they've seen he's proven himself, Yeah,
they were being bitches talking about so what if it was fake? So what?
Yeah, it's also none of your business.
Yeah. So
then Melissa comes out in a dress that's like sheer with a corset. And it's got like some ruffle on the top, and then Donna pushes the ruffle down, which did make it look better.
Made it look a lot. I love the dress. I thought it looked totally. I loved it. That first thing was hideous that she had on, but once Donna put down the ruffles, I loved it. It looked great on her.
Yeah, I didn't like it, and I agreed with Donna that the slit was too much. I didn't love it, but again, I don't have to wear it. It's all about what makes you feel great that day. Mm-hmm. Fran and Sherry are like, this is totally you. We love it. We love it. Donna is like, no, it's terrible. What do I know? I've only had 3 weddings. Then we see the shots of all 3 of her weddings, one in a church, one in a backyard, literally in the middle of a keg party, and the one that could have been on the beach. They live at the beach. So maybe. Well, yeah, because they used to live at the beach too.
That's right.
Then we find out the dress is $4,000. She's like, you got to give Louie some time to make some more money. I was like, why do you think Louie's paying for that dress? She's got 2 jobs.
She's got, between the 2 of them, they have like 10 jobs.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
I think they're okay.
This episode is brought to you by iRestore, the clinically proven advanced hair growth system designed for women who want to say goodbye to thinning hair and hello to volume. Look, we know the struggle, okay? Your brush is starting to look like a stuffed animal, and your shower walls have enough hair on them to build your own wig and take yourself to wig court. So if you're tired of dealing with thinning hair or hair loss, listen up. The iRestore Elite is the most powerful device on the market, packed with 500 lasers and LEDs to provide maximum scalp coverage to help you grow thicker, longer, healthier hair. This FDA cleared device, the iRestore Elite, harnesses the power of low level light therapy, which is a clinically proven method to regrow thicker and fuller hair. It is the most non-invasive, pain-free, and drug-free way to bring your hair back to life. With the iRestore Elite, you can sit back, relax, binge watch your favorite show while it works its science-backed magic on your scalp. You guys, I've been using it every night while I'm watching my programs, and Ingrid is using it too, and we send each other selfies every night while we're wearing our devices, and I swear it feels good on your head. And they offer a 12-month money-back guarantee. So you can try it risk-free. And if your hair doesn't make a glorious return, you'll get a full refund, just fabulous hair, or your money back. I mean, what have you got to lose? So are you ready to get medical-grade red light treatment at home and regrow your hair? For a limited time only, our listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. That's $625 off your order at irestorelaser.com with promo code PINKSHADE. For a limited time only, listeners will get $625 off their order when you use code PINKSHADE at irestorelaser.com. And when you check out, support our show. Tell them we sent you. Hair loss is frustrating. You don't have to fight it alone. Thanks to iRestore.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
All right. Now we go over to Tinny and Rob. And
Oh God, I totally forgot about this scene.
yeah, this was kind of heartbreaking a little bit.
Yeah.
So they're going to bowl in Oklahoma City. Now, I did have a listener write me and say that like the way that I'm like screaming about they're in Alexandria, not in Richmond, she says she does a lot of screaming because they're not in Yukon, Oklahoma. They are actually like in a town next door, maybe like it's it's where Dave's uncle is from. It'll come to me in a minute, and that's where they Edmond. Thank you. Whew. They're mostly in Edmond, and when they showed them like a couple of weeks ago having drinks at that outdoor place that was in Oklahoma City, and then this place they're going bowling is in Oklahoma City. It's all right there together.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. So anyway, she says later her sister Lakeisha is coming to visit with them and meet Rob.
Hey, Keisha. I love a Keisha.
You love a Lakeisha? Yeah.
I love any Keisha. Yes.
So they sit the kids down to talk about how do you guys feel about having a sibling? Mm-hmm. And again, Cheyenne's like, are you about to pull out like a test and show us something? And they're like, no. It's absolutely not. We're just wondering how you feel about it. And they're like, I guess it's fine. The talking head, once again, these kids have proven that they are the smartest kids on television.
They are.
The 11-year-old says, it's a little early for that. She should get situated with her job first before she makes any plans.
Like,
how is this kid so smart?
Kids? I mean, he really, and then to hear his birth story, like he's a miracle baby.
He's a miracle baby.
So smart. Yes. Her kids are both very intelligent.
So Lakeisha, now she's coming in and she says, I'm happy to meet Rob today. I am. He does seem like a great guy, but I'll have to get to know him on my own terms. But so far, so she's positive and nice about it. So then and the mom is there too. As they sit down, Rob and Tinny are like, yeah, we've just been focused on the baby because we're going to have a baby.
He's like, it seemed like she's like 6 weeks pregnant.
Why? And they're like, are you pregnant? What are you talking about? Right. She goes, oh, no, we're not pregnant. You just did that twice. Why are you doing that? That's weird.
Attention seeking.
It's weird. And like Keisha goes, are you sure? Like you want to do this? And what I didn't realize was the kids and Rob are still sitting there.
Mhm.
So Rob goes, I'm going to take the kids over here and put our name on the board for the bowling or whatever. And
Right.
so he takes they're literally 4 feet from each other because then we see Rob
Right.
standing
We
right
still
there.
see them right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So off to the side, Rob says to the kids, would you like to do something fun like this one day, like with my mom? And they're like, that bitch that hit my mother, even though she hit her first.
Yeah,
Um,
I hope they all sat down as a family to watch that scene and sent Kate like an apology letter, like, okay, we fucked up. Mom really did like mush you in the face. She gave you 5 fingers to the face first, and
Five
yeah,
fingers in the
yeah,
face.
5 fingers to the face.
So, would you ever want to do something like that with my mama? And Cheyenne goes, listen, I am obviously the adult here.
Right.
Cheyenne says, I'm okay with it, but we're going to need an apology from her.
Mm-hmm,
And Nehemiah, who's just like a little executive going off to work.
Yes, he is.
He goes, yes, I agree with Cheyenne.
Yeah.
It was an uncalled for move and violence is never okay. And so we're going to need her to apologize.
I think you need to have this conversation with your mom first, who started the violence.
Again, I could just have a whole spinoff with these kids. Just
Yeah,
giving advice,
need
giving
their
advice
own
to cast
show.
members, giving advice to cast.
Yeah, like they should like do a pillow talk where they're watching the show.
Yeah.
And giving commentary on what these idiots should and should not be doing.
Yeah, because these are the only two people with any smarts. So now Tinny is talking to her mom and her sister about the possibility of having a baby. And as she starts to say it, Lakeisha starts crying and goes, excuse me, and walks off. And she's like, wait, what happened? So then we find out that when Tinny was giving birth to Nehemiah, she had to have an emergency C-section because her blood pressure spiked and his heart stopped.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is really scary. And mom says, you remember Lakeisha was there with you when all this happened.
Right.
And they're like, it's so scary. And remember like that. So Cheyenne's father had died and she had a baby with somebody else we don't know. So I assumed that Lakeisha was there because this man was not around.
Was not there. Yeah.
And Lakeisha was like, this was so scary, you know, and she's just really sweet. And she says, if anything happened to you, I would be so mad. And she's crying. And I'm just like,
it was heartfelt.
We like Lakeisha.
This is way better than the fight scene. Like, this was a family touching. I mean, the fight scene was better, but this was like a touching moment. I mean, the fight scene was a touching moment too, because actually people touched each other, but this was just, you know, this is more Hallmark.
Yeah.
And the other scene was totally Zeus Network. Yeah.
So then we see Rob, this is how their scene ends. He calls his mom, was like, hey, I just wanted to like catch, like, hey, hadn't seen you in a while. Like, what's up, girl? Give me a call. I was like, weird. All right, now we're going to end with Kimberly and Joey. And I will say a piece of information that I gained this week was about him testing positive for cocaine, that they say that it's either fentanyl or ketamine will show positive for cocaine in a drug test.
Well, he shouldn't be doing any of those.
No, he shouldn't. But the point is that that's why he was so, that's not true.
Down.
I haven't done cocaine.
Because he did. It's like when people say, I'm not on Ozempic because they're on Wegovy.
Manjaro or Wegovy. Yeah, right.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I think in his mind, he did not know it would show up for cocaine on a drug test. He probably was like, I thought it was going to say opioids. You know, he's surprised that the wrong bar was lifted on that little P test. So he left that morning for urgent care, and it's now 6:26 at night. And she hasn't heard from him all day. She looks at the joint account, and I rewound this and put the closed captions on. And it sounds to me like she said, we had $100 this morning, and now there's $4.
So I thought she said $900. But when I watched it like the third time, and I think someone posted that it was $100.
I think she said $100, but you couldn't tell if she said 400, you know, but she said $100.
Yeah.
And now there's $4. Either way, he took out all the money, and she was smart enough to only put $100 in there. And she says, and he took it out of an ATM instead of using a debit card. So I don't know what he's spending on.
Yeah, because drug dealers don't usually take debit cards. They like their money in cash.
That's right. And, you know, if he went to the urgent care of the CVS, they'd probably be fine with the debit card.
Absolutely. But that's not where he went.
Where he supposedly was. So she says, you know, I'm going to have to ask him the hard questions now for the sake of the kids. And I'm not really prepared for what answers I might get. So 8:05 p.m., She's
No.
putting the kids to bed, and he comes in, and the kids are like, "Oh, there's Joey. Hey,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, kids," blah, 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 goes back into the bedroom. So she doesn't let the kids have too much interaction with him, and she puts them to
Right.
bed. And that's so funny. The one kid's like, "It's okay if we whisper." So, which is what kids are always trying to press that line at
Yes.
bedtime. Like, she said, we can't talk, but we can whisper.
But we can whisper. Yes.
So he's like, "Oh, my head is just splitting, Kimberly." And she's like, "Mm-hmm." And she goes, "Did you go pick up your medicine that you got from the urgent care?" He goes, "No, that's not ready." And she goes, "Did you go by there?" And he goes, "I called and they said it wasn't ready. You want to see my phone to see where I called, see if it's ready?" And she goes, "Yeah, actually, I do. I do."
She's real calm
She goes,
throughout
"Yeah,
this
okay.
whole thing.
Yeah, I'd like to look at that because we know you didn't call any pharmacy."
Mhm.
So he's like, "Okay, I'll go. I don't know where my phone is as per
Of
usual. I
course.
just all of a
Yeah.
sudden don't know where it is. Let me go find it." So he goes off to find it. And by the way, if she has been tracking him on the car's been tracked and his phone's been tracked, she knows exactly where he's been. Okay.
Right. And she's just listening to him lie.
She hadn't played that car yet. So she's like, "The kid's been asking all day where you were." He goes, "Did you tell them I had to go to urgent care?" And she goes, "Mm-hmm." And she says, "Look, something is off. You're not telling me the truth. You're not telling me what's really going on. And this is making me not trust you." He goes,
Right.
"Well, you want me to say you question everything I do anyway." He's trying to turn it around on her, right?
Gaslighting.
Totally gaslighting. And she goes, "The reason I left blank beep is not because he was a cheater and a drunk, because I dealt with those things. Those things were fine. It's because he was on drugs. That's why I left beep. And if you take a drug test, I'll stop questioning every single thing you do."
Now I gotta say something. She
Okay.
said that man cheated on her 17 times. Bitch, that's gonna be the reason why I'm leaving. Like,
Yeah.
no. 17 times?
And then he was a drunk, and even that was fine with her.
It was the drugs that really did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's the line. She's got a line. That's what it is. So in the talking head, she said everything he's doing is stupid and shady, and he's hiding stuff, and he has very erratic behavior. So she's definitely following the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he comes in, he goes, "Okay, I'll take the test and make you shut up about it. Then you're going to leave me alone. I'm going to take the test, and can you give me some water? Can you give me some water?" She hands him a giant thing of like Tropicana
Orange
juice.
Yum.
So
I love a good Tropicana juice.
So he starts to drink that. And so he's drinking a ton of juice. He goes, "I ain't going to be able to pee. I just peed 30 minutes ago."
Okay.
How dehydrated are you?
I know, right? Well, drugs will dehydrate you a little bit.
He drank the whole thing of juice, and now it's been an hour. And he goes, "I mean, I don't have to pee. I don't have to pee." And she's like, he has so many excuses not to go pee, right?
All the excuses, yes.
So finally, 1 hour later, that's when he goes, "I could try, but I ain't got to pee. I go try." And so she stands at the bathroom door and watches him, as I would do too.
Yeah,
and
me too.
And she's watching, and the camera's like behind her. And he goes, "I mean, it's showing up dirty, but I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing." And then so she looks at it, and of course they're looking at it where the cocaine is lit up. And he goes, "How is that? There's no way. No way.
It was fentanyl. I
don't do no cocaine. I don't know. That's so expensive." And he goes, "I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know nothing about that." So she says, TCP, THC, AMP, OPI, MDMA, all negative, but positive for COC for cocaine.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "This feels off. If he was doing cocaine, he would have energy. And my intuition is right on this. He's very down. So this feels off." And so obviously it's ketamine or fentanyl, whichever one is the one shows up for cocaine, and he's coming down from it.
Yes. Either way, he still failed the damn drug test.
He failed it.
Yes.
And so she walks out there to where he is, to the outside. And he goes, "Kimberly, that's the dumbest shit in the world. And you cross that line right there." And she goes,
"Really?"
She goes, "Okay, you took all the money out of the account today. Why did you do that?" And he goes, "It don't matter. You never gonna believe me. You ain't never gonna trust me. It don't matter. So fuck it.
Try me.
And she goes, He goes, I gotta go." And he goes, "That fucking test is fucking bullshit." And she goes, and he drives off. And she goes, I won't be waiting up. I won't be looking for him. And she's on her phone just
She's
following
totally
him.
doing. And like when your kid gets caught using drugs, Kimberly, you're supposed to take the car keys from them. You don't just let them drive away. But you know what the most tragic thing about this whole situation is?
What?
Those horrible overalls that she had on.
Keisha, the whole time I was like, oh, Keisha's going to have something to say about this outfit.
I was like, what the fuck? What are those? Like,
what are those?
Like the back was like weird.
What? It was like a cutout back almost.
Yes. I couldn't. I'm like, this is the most tragic part about all of this. Fuck the drug test.
What was she thinking?
Overalls.
We've never seen her really wear a bad outfit. This was terrible.
I mean, we've never seen her wear a good outfit
well,
either.
It's just been
bad.
It's just been neither. It's just been neither
this
good nor bad.
Awful.
This was really bad. I don't know who told her this was cute. So
Joey,
you look good in them overalls, baby.
Yeah. Give me $20.
Role play like you are a farmer. All right. Next time on Life After Lockup, Haley talks to Daniel and says, men know what they want. This is Haley, the friend. Haley talks to Daniel and says, men know what they want.
Sweat pits.
Sweat pits.
Yeah.
She's basically like, if you want to marry her, you don't, man.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you think I should cut the cord earlier than later? And she says, yes. So Haley's like, don't string her along, man.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that we're being tricked, and that's not how the conversation goes. Then we see Justine's having a sonogram, and they're basically like, this is not good. Like she's going to have the baby earlier, probably earlier than the birthday party.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. These babies are going to be like 10 and a half months apart. Tragedy.
Jesus.
So then we see Kimberly talking to Tatum, and she says she got the DNA test back. Tatum's like, oh, so find out about that.
I can't wait to hear about that.
And then we see, so next week is the penultimate episode. It'll be the one before the finale. So next week will be the best one. Okay. We see, it'll be the day after Thanksgiving. It'll be something to celebrate.
Okay.
We see Rob getting yelled at by his mother in his backyard, and some other woman is there, and the kids are looking out the window watching.
They should be filming it and putting it on World Star.
Putting it on what?
Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
What'd you say? Roll Star?
World Star.
Real Star.
No, World
Star.
Yeah. We'll talk.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
It's
a lot of hood. It's a lot of hood videos on there.
Well, I don't like fighting. I don't like girl fighting and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like to see. What I do love? I do love a football fight. I love when people when they're playing football or basketball and they start getting mad at each other.
Fight. Yeah. I feel that way about when strippers do it. That's why I watch Jocelyn's Cabaret and Baddies. I like a good little girl fight.
You guys, if you're into those shows, Keisha covers them over on her podcast sometimes.
Love it. It is trash TV.
All right, Keisha. Trash. So last week I had a listener reach out, and then I reached out to you that said like a couple of your episodes had not appeared like on Apple Podcast. And so I went and looked, and I was like, oh yeah, she hadn't had one since October. Is that fixed?
Yes, it is totally fixed. Yes.
Okay.
There's a new episode out now. Another episode will come out this week. I guess we will record Wednesday. Yeah, we'll have to record Wednesday night, and you can enjoy the show on Thanksgiving Day and play it for the whole entire family.
There you go. It'll be fun. No, don't. You guys don't play.
Do it. Do it.
Don't
do it. Do it. It may ruin Thanksgiving, but do it anyway.
Don't let them listen to this one either. Sometimes I'm not proud of my behavior here either. Everybody listen to the Libra Lounge with Keisha, leave a 5-star review, and do the same for Pink Shade. Just 5-star review and say nice words. And if you've got nothing nice to say, then you know what? It's okay. It's not required listening. You don't have to listen. You don't have to say mean things. We only like positivity.
That's right. Because we're all about positivity. Have you heard our shows?
We're only about positivity. And I'm about to go look up that Bianca stuff. But you know what I'm doing before that?
Flu shot.
Going to get my flu shot.
I need to get one too.
I'm a little late on it, late November, but I'm going to get my flu shot, everybody. The whole family has already gone. They've left me, but I know how to drive, so I'm going to drive myself there. Okay, everybody, enjoy the show, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if you want any information about the moment on December 12th, it will be in the show notes. Okay, bye.
Awesome, bye.
This episode is brought to you by Nordstrom. It's a season of wonder all the way at Nordstrom. You'll find the best gifts for everyone you love, plus party-ready looks for every occasion. It's easy with free shipping and returns, in-store order pickup, and more. Shop today in stores and at Nordstrom.com.
Whether you're making the same breakfast that you have every day or baking a cake for an extra special day, eggs are a staple in our diets. Eggland's best eggs are nutritionally superior to ordinary eggs, containing more vitamins and 25% less saturated fat. Not only are they better for you, but Eggland's best eggs taste better too. There's a reason that they're America's #1 eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com for additional information and delicious recipes.
Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.